right, podcasters, let's be honest for a second. If your show sounds like it was recorded inside of a tin can, in your cousin's basement, in a van down by the river with your dog barking in the background, it's time for an upgrade. That's where 216 Creator Studios comes in, the home of real production. Real people who actually know what all those shiny buttons do. They've got pro mics, top-tier editing, and lighting that makes everyone look like they slept 8 hours, even if you didn't. Whether you're just starting out or you've been podcasting since people were still saying, smash that like button, give me a thumbs up. 216 Creator Studio helps you sound crisp, confident, and ready for the big leagues. So stop recording in your car, stop arguing with your USB mic, and get into 216 Creator Studios, where your podcast finally sounds as good as you think it does.
Stories of the Paranow. I am Cappuccino in the background here, and today, regional cryptids. We got.
Hi, I'm Mai.
This new studio, this new setup is freaking me the fuck out, dude. I'm not into it. I don't like having to crane myself here like I'm fucking Quasimodo. I can't work under these conditions. I'll be in my trailer. I'm Tyler, by the way. What up?
Yeah, the setup is a little bit different, but we also don't have our dear friend Sebastian. He will be out for this episode.
Yeah, he got canceled. There was an unfortunate incident down in Vegas, but we're pulling for you, buddy.
Batman, he's out saving the world. We know it.
Yeah, he's instead of standing over like a city, though, he's just standing by a hot dog stand, going, "I'm Sebastian" or something.
He'll be back next time.
Yeah,
we love you, buddy.
He will. We miss you dearly.
So hey, listen, if you like what you see here today, don't be afraid to go to the old YouTube there, 216 Creator Studios. Like, share, subscribe. Check us out on the old playlist for Stories of the Paranow. We always appreciate the support. So we're doing cryptids today.
We
right?
are.
Yeah.
I am so excited.
Me too.
Let me just preface this by saying I'm a full believer in cryptids. If you've ever watched How I Met Your Mother, I'm like Marshall Erickson, where I love cryptids.
Yeah, so as a kid, this was my paranormal, this was my thing. I was never all that into ghosts. They kind of freaked me out. I was never all that into aliens. They kind of freaked me out. I was all in on cryptids. I was all in on, freaky little, monsters hiding in the woods or whatever. And that was taken advantage of at some points, which I'll get to a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
And so, before we dive deep into, well, first of all, I'm a Godzilla guy, so I'm all about hearing what you guys have on that. And this is a little off subject, real quick, just because we are coming into mid-November.
How good was Godzilla -1, by the way?
Yeah, was it?
I loved it.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Okay.
It was all right.
The giant lizard movie made me cry several times for several different reasons.
So off topic, just for a few seconds, just because I'm going to fill in a blank here a little bit with sea bass protecting the world.
Yep.
So let's talk about space real quick.
The Final Frontier?
It could be. Atlas.
Yeah.
Is this thing that's happening right now. Just kind of want your opinions on that. I know, T-Bone is a little bit more on the science factor of it, and this has now hit the science factor. So, have you followed any of this at all?
Not at all. Please elaborate.
Yeah, I got no clue.
Okay. So Atlas is a comet. So they say that has been heading our way.
Okay.
It just did a pass around the sun. And it was the closest thing to us. Now, mind you, this thing is the size of Manhattan.
Wow.
Okay. And when it passed around the sun, it didn't break apart. So scientists now have their hands on this, and they've been watching this closely. It not only didn't break apart, but it supercharged it, and the light isn't following behind it, it's in front of it. And it's course corrected twice on its own. So this is like a really big story that's out there, and it's going to be hitting us around, passing over by us. Probably, what do they say, Nico? Today, tomorrow, something like that.
Yeah, it should be right around now.
To where, they scientists and the government are verbally saying, we think this might be alien technology. And I'm like, okay, awesome. How cool would that be if it's true? And if it's not, the factors that is put in play has already broken our science to where, like, we don't understand why it would be doing.
Why is it
these
behaving
things.
like this?
Correct. Now, listen, everybody instantly wants to go, well, we're being invaded. Well, listen, if you have the technology to travel, we'd already be gone if that was the case, right? So it's an interesting fact that you have this giant thing coming, and it's already been course correcting. It's making noise. It's got the lighting in front of it instead of behind it. Versus a normal comet. They say that it almost has a shell, like a stone shell with nickel in it, to where the sun didn't do anything. It just charged it and made it faster, kind of thing. So I didn't know if you guys heard about this or followed any.
No, I haven't.
No clue.
All right.
I do wonder though, if it is aliens, I wonder if it's like they're necessarily sending their best and brightest, because at this point it does kind of sound like the alien version of like some of my cousins down in like the Everglades, like the redneck aliens. Like, I that's what I always think is like, that's the reason why the hillbillies are always getting abducted and probed.
Yeah.
Because it's the hillbilly aliens that are coming out here and they're trying to find, like, like attracts like kind of a deal.
They're like, hey, that's like us.
Yeah, come on.
You come with us,
Well,
dude.
back in early, I want to say, or late 24, early 25, there was a sphere, an orb, right, that crashed. Did you see that? Did you guys follow that at all? Okay.
Yeah.
So
I didn't hear too much about it, but I did.
Sphere.
Yeah.
And that's in scientists' hands now, which is also in big news. It's completely sealed, and it has Egyptian-like symbols all around it, and they just carbon dated it to be like 12 million years old.
Wow.
Now, my being, a Trekkie and a Star Wars guy, I'm like, the very first thing a ship does is says, send in the probe, right? To where, hey, maybe this is the probe to this other thing, and where that connective tissue goes. Or maybe it's nothing at all, and it's some kid's drone that somehow their carbon dating is wrong, and this giant Manhattan-sized rock that's going to be flying over us is just a giant rock that is just mineral we haven't detected yet, or figured out yet.
Oh, I will say, if it is like an alien ship, I love the idea that the lights are in front of it, like little space headlights. I love that idea.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lifted F-250 Carolina squat Astro, bro.
I'm kind of going with the lowrider curb feelers.
You think so?
A little bit.
You think so? You think it's kind of chopped and screwed?
It might be the paint job on the front.
It's like it's like a slab.
Can
It's
it,
like
can it at least
like
be
a-
the one that's like lifted in the front?
it's like
Yeah.
it's like a space dunk.
Space hydraulics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's doing 3-something motion. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just
Cholos in space.
Please don't cancel us. Although,
Why?
what-
Why would they cancel it?
wanted-
That's nothing.
we're not going there, man.
Yeah.
That place to kill each other.
Hey, I'm not the one that did the accent. All right.
Yeah,
Let
no, that's a bad accent.
Let the record. Yeah, Jesus, Mailei, come on.
Sorry.
How dare you ventriloquize? Is that the word? There's got to be a word.
Well, it is now.
That's
You
got to
said
be
it.
it.
All right. So who wants to go first?
Yeah, we can talk about mine first.
All right.
As I said earlier, I'm a big old cryptid girl. Family loves Sasquatch. One of my close friends' family actually has like a Sasquatch golf outing that I'm waiting to be invited to because I love cryptids so much. And so today we're going to be discussing Mothman.
Nice.
He's probably one of the most popular and like well-known cryptids, other than like Loch Ness Monster, and little Nessie, and then Sasquatch. And I'm just gonna go over like a brief overview and kind of go over like all of the. Well, we'll just discuss all the theories with him because he is a bit different from other cryptids where they don't like really do anything. He's just kind of an ominous presence that many people have witnessed. And the first sighting of him was actually in 1966. So, think early 70s in Prairie Point.
I got it.
Point Pleasant. There it is. Sorry. I scrolled down on my notes. But Point Pleasant, West Virginia. So, back to the yeehaw discussion there. Where he
Holler.
But they like a group of people noticed that there was this figure just looming over this bridge. There's like the visage of what they look like. And they noticed, it's the goofiest looking thing. I love it. It's if you've ever,
It's like a film.
Wait, hold on. You were talking about Godzilla earlier.
Yes.
Do you remember have you ever seen the one where Godzilla does the missile drop kick?
Yes.
And it's just like that.
oh, he's just like going
Totally what that is.
Kind of look like that's what Mothman's
If you-
doing.
If you are listening in on like Spotify, Apple Music, which you should totally subscribe if you are, I beg you, please look at the links that we have in the bio so you can see this picture of Mothman. It's so funny. This is a recent sighting, and I'm gonna put that in quotes.
This blurry, bad, horrible black and white image is a recent
Is a
photo.
recent photo as of like 2016. It's the most recent thing I could see because I wanted to get like a visual of what
Right.
people would be seeing.
It almost reminds me of like somebody's like toy,
Yeah,
like Falcon from Marvel.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like throw it and I'll take a picture.
yeah.
You know?
Almost.
Doesn't it almost kind of look like it's like swimming in the air?
It does. It looks like you should be doing like a breaststroke.
Yeah. Got a little butterfly kick going.
Yeah. But quite honestly, from the descriptions of like any description that I've seen of him, it sounds like this is pretty accurate, or like it's all pretty concisely like, yeah, it's giant winged figure with moth head and man body. So much so that if you go to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, they have a statue, giant steel statue of Mothman.
With a giant
they do.
steel ass. That thing is caked up. It is quadruple cheeked up to the point where you're supposed to rub it for good luck, like the Buddha belly.
That's COVID waiting to happen.
They gave him the body of like a unit. Like that man does not skip the gym ever. And that's what they decided to depict.
Whoever made that statue wanted to fuck Mothman.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Like,
You did not hear it here.
no, you
Hear
did
it here
not.
first.
You did not. But yeah, there's the depictions of him because again, most of the sightings, like the notorious sightings, happened in like the 60s, 70s, 80s. prior to when it would be really easy for someone to like just take out their phone and like snap a picture. But that was the most accurate visual sighting that I could see.
Well, its legs look broken and or photoshopped on a bird. I don't know. It's got a weirdness to it.
It is goofy. I think that's why I love
Not
Mothman
so
so much.
yoked up.
In this instance, it kind of looks like his leg is broken, like the top leg there.
Something. I don't
A
know.
little bit.
I'm thinking like hook legs from hanging out in the trees.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. But the most notable thing about the sightings with Mothman is that they always see him when or her. I don't know. They say Mothman. I'm gonna say he, but
It's got a pronoun.
it's. I don't know.
Show me the moth hog.
And there's the title for the episode. But the most notable thing is that they always cite him when something bad is about to happen. So the first sighting was, or one of the first sightings was when a bridge, like a big bridge that was used for it's like a traffic bridge, it collapsed. And prior to it collapsing, there was a bunch of people that cited him. And then they also noted that he flew off after a couple of minutes of like standing there and just like looming over. Except one of the notable things about it, and I love this, is that for whatever reason they make note that everybody was like, yeah, but he didn't flap his wings. He just kind of went straight up
Oh
like
my
a
God.
He hit the T-pose on him.
It's awesome. I love it.
I mean, so first of all, Mothman is, to me, he sounds like a villain. To where bad things are happening after he's already been there.
Yeah.
Listen,
Seems like less of a villain and more like a petty dickhead.
if you're a fan of the show The Tick, his little sidekick buddy is a Mothman, right?
Yeah.
To me, that's what this kind of turns out to be. But I mean, listen, I'm sure there's more to this.
Mm-hmm.
So if every location he's cited, something bad has happened first, or is it after the fact?
It is after. So people note him as like a predictor. Like he is
Or the cause. I mean,
they don't.
No, I think he's more like a harbinger. Like
Yeah.
he's like a
watcher.
Yeah. That's what people note him as the most, is that if you see him, something bad is going to happen, but he's not necessarily the cause of it. Because again, the only thing that he's ever been noted doing is like kind of looming and standing there. And people talk about when they see him that they've felt like this deep guttural feeling of dread, which maybe him being there is the cause, like a paranormal cause of the tragedy. But quite frankly, if he's like a physical being, because cryptids aren't like they're physical beings as far as I'm aware. Yeah, flesh and blood creatures.
Yeah.
Then that I don't think that would be possible unless he's also a magical being, in which I kind of want Magic Mothman to be completely honest.
If his wings aren't flapping.
Maybe he's got jet propeller engines. Maybe that's what's stored in the 12 pack.
Hang on, I want
It's the first drone ever.
I want to read the quote exactly, because the way they describe it is so funny.
Lay it on me.
He can take off straight upward without flapping like a helicopter.
No.
It's awesome.
We're not moving past this. We're gonna sit in this moment for a second.
Awesome.
I have questions.
It's awesome.
So, like a helicopter is a very specific turn of phrase. Is the Mothman spinning around really fast, like the 70s Wonder Woman? Like when she transformed and just literally spins up
I
into
hope
the sky.
so.
That was my favorite part. So I'm going to assume like a helicopter means it's hovering.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Superman type thing.
Yeah.
But with wings on it.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Maybe it's Owlman. from Earth 3.
Yeah, but
Well,
he
they
doesn't even
describe-
fly really either. Though.
No, he's not. He's just a nihilist.
This is Batman. He's just
Yeah.
He's just Batman, but not even evil necessarily, just nihilistic.
Yeah, I mean, there have been some
addictive.
accounts where they've like noted that he flapped away, but there were many that were like, yeah, he just took straight off.
He just showed up, hit
What do
the
you
T
think- what do
pose
you
on
think
us.
Mothman,
Ooh,
what do you think on the cryptid side of it? What is he? Is he because and how many are there? Right?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure because it seems like it's pretty central focused in like the Appalachian area. I couldn't find anything about it being outside of that area. So I personally, I think there's just one or a small amount.
From what I know about Mothman, in terms of like, because there's a sliding scale of these things, right? Like on one side of the cryptid scale, you've got like the giant squid, which is a thing that just turned out to be real.
Just a giant squid.
Just like a really big squid.
Yeah.
And then on the other end of it, you got the Jersey Devil, which is literally just like a paranormal creature.
Correct.
So every cryptid exists somewhere on that spectrum.
Yeah.
And I want to say that from what I know, Mothman is more on the Jersey Devil side of things.
I would say so.
Like more of like a demon sort of super. It is.
Yeah,
there
it falls
is like
more
a
paranormal.
supernatural aspect to it. So I don't necessarily think that you would look at it the same way that you would look at like the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
Or like Sasquatch.
Yeah. I would agree, but since it is happening in like a for lack of a better term, a enclosed area, I think that at the very least there are a small, or at the very most, there's a small amount of them.
I think there would only be one.
You think there's just one?
Yeah, no, I think it would be one of those things where it's like
the Mothman.
Yeah, it's like an evil Santa Claus where it's like you can just sort of pop up wherever. It's easy when you're sleeping.
Well, I mean, in according to what I see here, this has been misidentified animals like a sandhill crane or a large owl. So when you're out there, I don't know what makes it look like a moth versus a bird, and maybe it's this. I mean, do we have other images, Nico?
Just give me a second.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot of like
factual photos.
Yeah, there's not like a lot of actual photos because a lot of the sightings happened back in the first sighting was in 1966, which like no one's getting a picture at that point in time. Not a single person.
No. Well, not accurately.
No.
Nonetheless, I mean, they still had photoed and recorded certain weird things that went on, but
it wasn't going to be like,
I can't tell what that is. But we're in 2025.
You would think
where
there'd be
your
one
phone camera is 4K. The noises in here.
Yeah, I think the ghost is back.
Yeah, no, he hasn't left. He's just he's checking inventory.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. The studio's haunted.
It's I know if I bounce a little bit in here, it moves things.
The ghost was confirmed by our psych.
Oh,
They have a new psych. She's coming on the show, by the way.
Awesome. Do we know his name?
Her
name?
Yeah. Luna.
Pretty
Luna
name.
the goddess.
Luna the goddess.
Yeah.
She's a goddess, or just like
is her middle name? Or is it like Luna
that's
the goddess?
We'll save it for when
Luna goddess.
Oh, sure.
We
Okay.
will save it for another episode.
Yeah, she's actually if you stay tuned in the next month or so, she'll have her own show here. She's starting her own show here. So,
You heard it here, folks.
but we mentioned going to the other studio with her and with you guys to do, thoughts on what's going on there, and she was all about it.
Excellent.
Cool.
She's pretty
Excellent.
cool.
Cool.
I like her. So Mothman. You're not like Mothra.
No, not just a
more
giant
man.
Yeah, like a mix of it, which I think that's why people have. I think the reason why people aren't just like this is like a bird or like they're like it's recognized as a moth is because they have described like seeing like the antenna and like the certain type of wings when they do.
So that's maybe if it's a certain type of wings, maybe that's why they're identifying it.
as a
Moth
moth.
wings are
They're
very
unique.
identifiable. Right?
Yeah. It's not like I look at an owl and like the silhouette of an owl and the silhouette of a butterfly and go, those are the same thing.
Right.
Same thing. completely different.
So, in speculation with a Sasquatch, they say you don't see them because they're portal driven in another dimension to where they are able to bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
That's why they're not like prominent here.
What?
Right. Yep. That's what they say. When I say they, I don't even know.
I was going to say, Drew, who is they?
It's actually the
there's
Smithsonian again.
I have only ever heard of Sasquatch as big hairy dude.
Right.
Yeah,
Where are the portals coming from?
Right. I don't know. That's what people are starting to say.
Who is people?
Earthlings.
Did you make this up? Are you gaslighting me right now?
I am not gaslighting you. So in speculation, somebody was talking about it online, and then I saw it several other times by different people. Now, listen, is that everybody just branching off of one and creating the rabbit hole? I don't know. Maybe I gotta know how Sasquatch is making these portals. Is it like a Doctor Strange thing? Like, are they like?
Is it like a Minecraft thing where he has to build it?
Yeah.
Supposedly they can cloak themselves too, so just go invisible.
Listen, if you can cloak yourself, you can portal. I don't give a shit what you say.
So what I'm hearing is that someone got high and watched the Predator movies.
Oh my god!
And afterwards, they were like, "I got some thoughts about how Sasquatch could be done."
Listen, a long time ago, there was a man that walked out of water and turned water into wine, but that's still very believable to a lot of people today. So
Certainly,
this is just as valid, to be honest with you.
I agree.
I need you to understand that I'm coming at this from like a childlike wonder place.
Sure.
Like I want the big hairy portal.
I want a portal. I want a portal with the big hairy beast. That doesn't sound right at all, as I say it out loud.
Do you think?
Sounds plenty right to me.
Look at that. We found another thing for the description. Do you think that Sasquatch would be willing to Uber?
It's Sasquatch Island. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just throwing things out now.
I would watch a Sasquatch Island movie.
I would too.
Like a 50s B movie, Sasquatch Island.
Oh, yes.
With Vincent Price. Oh, hell yeah. Get Boris Karloff to play the Sasquatch.
Woo!
I'm into it.
I'm all good with that. You know what? You could even make a little comedy with Gene Wilder in that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
There's your Young Frankenstein sequel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So are we thinking that Mothman portals?
Well, that's where I was going with it. I'm like, because listen, there's so far a sighting, maybe a couple sightings, several sightings, but
I didn't actually look up the total amount of sightings.
With Bigfoot, there's many sightings in many different areas, right? So, like, is Mothman a one-off? Is he just one guy that's mutated flying around being like, I must create terror? Right now, he's the terrorist. He's like a terrorist.
He's not doing it. He's
the Osama of cryptids.
Wait, I was just say, Mothman, Taliban? Like, what?
That's like, you know what I mean? He's out there. He's like, where did they get a load of me?
At the very worst, because he's just kind of there before it happens. At the very worst, he just happens to be like the Murphy's Mothman Murphy Law. That's essentially what's happening.
Like, what is the ideology that terrorist Mothman is trying to spread? Like, is it just like a stochastic terrorism thing?
Listen, when tragedy happens and Mothman's there, to me, that's a terrorist thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, if you were in front of the bank when it gets robbed and you have a pocket full of money and all of a sudden it gets robbed, but you're running away and the cops see you, what do you think they're going to think? You were part of it, right? So, but this is apparent that he lands on the bridge. And a few moments later, without flapping his wings, he rises to the occasion. And then all of a sudden, the bridge goes bad. We need to put a hit on Mothman. I don't trust this guy.
We will give $5,000 to whoever catches Mothman, so we can give him to the feds.
It's 2025, honey. Nobody wants $5,000. It's like the new $10.
We'll give you a firm handshake.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen King Kong, but I do remember this not ending super well in terms of capturing the
wild beast. You have a point. Never mind. We'll just let Mothman.
Maybe we just kind of give Mothman West Virginia. Maybe we just kind of like let it be, and then just like move everyone
I don't
else.
see anything.
There's not much in West
If
Virginia
the government
anyway.
got involved, right? We're dissecting it. We're killing it.
Yeah.
We're dissecting it to figure it out. We won't let it live. That's
Well,
what we do best.
And let's be completely honest. I think he's close enough to Washington D.C. that he probably has already been captured. And
This is the other theory that I wanted to lay on you. If you think back to my first episode joining the pod, you said this was like 66.
1966.
Okay, West Virginia is not that far from the Pentagon.
No, it's not.
LSD trials started in the MK Ultra program in the Pentagon. Like, I and a lot of people were drugged
You're gonna catch flies,
without
Mike.
realizing.
Yeah. There you go.
So I wonder.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, I think you bring up a really solid point. You know, like, whoa, is that a Mothman?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Well, and the other thing too is that a lot of times when people were drugged in these experiments, they were drugged without their knowledge. So they don't necessarily have the background of, okay, you're on drugs. This is what drugs do.
Whole towns.
Yeah.
Like in the water supply.
Yeah.
You know, little towns, that was an experiment. I mean, proven.
Was one of those experiments in Point Pleasant.
I don't know. What is your take? Because you look like you're, like, you know, somebody just stepped on a cat. What's going on?
I think you have a fair point. This is one of my favorite cryptids. So
And you're destroying it.
yeah, so my
Good job.
counter argument is
Your
going
job here is done, sir.
my counter argument is going to be yo mama.
Yeah, just like nuh-uh.
Like, no. Like, you have a good point. Shut up. Let me have this.
I'm gonna go with it's real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Mothman is real
Theory.
and he's a terrorist per Drew.
That's right.
It's just a theory and it's wrong.
With drone technology.
Why not?
What if that's how he's like floating up like a helicopter? He actually has drones under his
Under his
feet
feet.
and he's just going up.
He's got like rocket boots.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be kind of interesting.
What's the
It's more
point?
like the Green Goblin.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
like with his little
he
jet.
would have a glider if he was the goblin. It'd be
Yeah.
more like Iron Man.
Well, I mean, did you see a picture of his feet? It was pretty bad.
That's
So,
true.
Yeah.
That could have been a glider.
Yeah, that could have been a glider. Could have been a glider.
Could have been a bird with a really bad Photoshop of feet on it. I don't know.
Nico, what we got here? Marine's jetpack.
Oh yeah.
That's-
Oh, like the water ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen this
Those
before.
look so fun. I desperately want to use one of those. I want to be able to just like Iron Man off the ground, well, off the water.
So the first place they tested that was in West Virginia. And so a lot of people like to dismiss Mothman off.
Here you go.
Bum, bum,
I'm
bum.
just
No.
No kidding.
yeah.
This
Yep.
just in.
This just in. Maya's in denial and mad at everybody.
Demile. if you will.
Denial.
Demile. It's just not a person.
Can't spell Demile without mine.
But yeah, that's Mothman. Everybody has seen like a little Mothman drawing, especially around like Halloween. Squishables, Squish Buddies. It's a super popular figure. Stop destroying my dreams, guys.
Well, so as I was looking at cryptid stuff before the show, it seems like Japan has a
Yeah,
lot.
they
a
do.
lot
They do.
of cryptids, right?
The thing with Japan though is that so they call their monsters and like spirits yokai. And the key difference is that a lot of them seem to be more on like the spiritual end where they'll like disappear
Is that right?
suddenly. But we actually do have one up behind us by Tyler. That is a kappa.
That's where I got it from.
Yeah.
I'm too fat. Sorry.
Maybe we'll have a whole episode that's just dedicated to Japanese yokai because they have a really interesting. They just have an interesting cryptid base, like between their tanukis, kappas. They have some that like there's I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we already have that one planned for next month.
I'm pretty sure that's where Pokemon came from.
Honestly, yeah. Some of them do resemble their yokai.
I mean, do you want to know where Pokemon came from? I can tell you.
Yes.
So it was basically the director of Game Freak used to go around basically catching like bugs and like little animals and stuff in the back forests of Japan.
Cute.
And so he developed a game that felt like that. That's why your original 3 starters are a frog, a turtle, and a salamander. Those are all things that you can just sort
Did
of.
they throw them at each other and say, "I choose you," and then they have these animals?
They have
fight each other?
They have to make it into a video game, man. Like, no, you're not going to get away with just being like, and you caught
So
it.
what started first? The card game, the show,
Video game. Video game was
The
first.
video game started before the card game?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, card game didn't start
I always
until
thought
like,
it was a show first.
oh
card
no,
I thought it was a card
before
game.
anything else. It was video game in '96. I want to say in Japan. Came over in '98.
game. What system?
Game Boy. Original Game Boy was red, and it was originally red and green, and then when it got ported over to the West, it became red and blue.
Gotcha.
Whole deal.
Well,
I was a red girl all day.
love the news.
Charizard sucks.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely. All right, T-Bone, you're up, buddy. What do you got?
Dear listeners, I was kind of a dumb kid.
I refuse to believe that.
No, I was. I was. All right, I won't say dumb. I was kind of a gullible kid. I had a tendency to believe whatever someone in a position of authority would tell me, whether that be like teachers or parents, or in this case, older boys in my scout troop. I actually have a bit of a personal history with the cryptid that I have brought today.
Okay.
And it's actually one that I brought up in a previous video.
Yeah.
This is the Hodak. This is a lesser known cryptid, specifically from the town of Rhinelander, Wisconsin, which is also the birthplace of Tasoma Scout Camp, which is where I spent my summers growing up. So the Hodag is the first recorded sighting was in like the late 1890s, early 1900s.
Yeah, who would have guessed
It
with those
was-
bowler hats?
Yeah, no kid.
It's like they're after Frankenstein.
Yeah,
I mean, and you got the
so
one guy like with a dead shot up close with a rifle.
so the thing you're going to realize about the Hodag very quickly is that it's a big joke. It's a big joke that the whole town is in on. It is like you go to Rhinelander, Wisconsin, like outside, and the statue is on this.
God bless.
Not that
Thanks.
one.
Not that one.
No, you can go. I think it's further up. No, did they not?
There's no up. Wait,
Look.
go up a little bit and look off to the left. I see a Hodag Lego kit.
Yeah. So there's a Lego kit. There's plushies. There's a Hodag music festival that they have every
So there
year.
is.
I'm
I almost
sorry?
made the trip.
Yeah,
So
like
that's
country
the
music.
green statue.
Yes.
Yes. So that was going to be a destination point on the way to Bayfield for us.
Yes.
Nice.
Never made it there. But I think I might pass through there just to
I-
check that out.
I spent my summers here. This is where this is where I spent my summers. This is where I went to scout camp. And so as a naive 11-year-old, that's the statue. That's the statue that is out front.
Man, that's how I look at parties.
There's several. What does that mean?
Look how red his eyes
Please
are.
break down what you mean by that comment.
Like when I
What's
get
in your algorithm? I mean,
when I get a little too like drunk at parties, my lazy eye starts coming out, and I also have this stupid goofy grin just like him, where it's just like
So-
like,
I wouldn't know anything about that. I spend all my time in the library or the monastery.
you're a good boy.
I am.
and I am a sinning sinner.
Anyway,
We all know this.
Yeah.
This is why we love you.
I'm burning in churches. Anyway,
you're burning churches.
I'm burning
Calm
in
down,
churches.
Vargvikernes. My
churches,
God.
clarify.
within.
So, the thing about the Hodag it is one of those things like the fair, like, you know, you guys know like the fairy ring photograph in like the early 1900s, kind of same deal.
I know of fairy rings. I don't know the specific
So,
image you're referring
yeah,
to.
there's a story long ago. I don't have it in front of. It
Once
was
upon a
like
time.
there was like a bunch of like little. It was like it's like this like little kids, and there's like a bunch of fairies dancing around them and stuff. And it was a photo that got passed around a lot. And it was a hoax. It was like one of the first like doctored photo hoaxes.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They debunked it in like what, 2016, something like that.
Earlier than that, I believe.
Really?
So
when they realized it was mosquitoes and lightning bolts.
So Hodag's kind of a similar thing, where it was the capturing of the Hodag. They bring it up in this article. The capturing of the Hodag in 1893 was done by this dude, E.S. Gene Shepard. Was a prankster. He was a dude that just liked to pull one over on people. And so he knew a little bit about he knew what he had been told about sort of indigenous folklore in the area. And he took one of their stories about a beast that I should explain. So a Hodag is kind of a cross between a frog and a dinosaur.
Love it.
Like, I mean, obviously, if you're watching on video, you've seen the photos like the statues.
Frogosaur.
Yeah. So
long live the Frogosaur.
Yeah, and there's a legend from one of the indigenous tribes in the area about a beast that is kind of similar. And so this dude stumbles upon that and thinks, "Oh, I can get one over on everybody," and sort of tweaks it a little bit, and we have the Hodag. And it gets found out pretty much right away. Everyone's just like, "Oh, dude, you're full of shit." And the guy was like, yeah, pretty much.
That's crazy.
And it just kind of stuck. Like it's taken this weird bit of like national, like this point of pride for this random town in Wisconsin up near the Canadian border.
A lot of LSD testing is happening.
And they
too,
potentially. I bring this up for a couple reasons. One, because I totally believe these things were real when I was like 12 years old, because the older boys told me that they were. And they weren't even consistent about it either. They told me that they were like the size of lizards, and that there were a bunch of them, and that they were gonna like
bite onto
me, and then they were gonna poison me, and I was gonna die. And they told me the same thing about snipes. Like
I was just gonna bring up the snipe.
The summer previously,
yeah,
they just sort of reused it and called it the Hodag, and I bought it again. This is what I mean when I say I was kind of a dumb kid.
Now listen, you're not. I when it comes to the snipe, I fell for that. I was a very young kid in Wisconsin at the farm where the old people were hunting, and they were like, "You want to go out and hunt snipes?" And I said, "Sure." So they made me go out there with a paper bag and a flashlight and do a figure 8 in the paper bag. They said, "You gotta be really quiet, just stay out here." 2 hours I was out there, and so my brother was like, "Yeah, there's no such thing as a snipe, man. Come on back in." Like,
I mean, okay,
what?
if you're a kid and someone is like giving you the stuff and they're like, "Go snipe hunting," yeah, of course you're gonna believe that. You're gonna be like,
with instructions.
yeah, and if they give you a description of what you're looking for, yeah. If I'm 6 years old, I don't know anything about the world. I'm believing this adult that's supposed to be giving me good information about the Luna. Please stop. Good information about the universe. Like, come on.
Right.
So the trick that my scoutmaster used to pull is he would lead all of the first year scouts
into the back room.
No.
True.
So my scoutmaster was my father.
Oh, that made it even weirder.
Give me some backstory there, Tyler.
Anyway,
Doing good, guys.
So
out of prison right now? Or...
Hi, Dad. He watches the show, Drew.
Sorry, Dad.
Hi, Mr. Neal.
Just kidding.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Shar. I'm sorry.
No, but
Anyways, so a scoutmaster would take the kids out on a snipe hunt, and beforehand we would get a description of what the snipe was, and the one thing that they would say is, if you see the glowing red eyes, it's already too late. They've already gotcha.
No.
And
Did they put little lasers?
no, so what would happen is that an older scout would get into the bushes with a red flashlight.
Yep.
And then they would have you get up real close,
Dude, what a
and
setup.
all of a sudden,
Yeah, that's
whoa,
commitment to the bit.
and then
Seriously.
you run away scared, and so that was snipe hunting in Troop 166.
Can't do that in today's society. Everybody's got a gun.
I know.
I think I killed it. It's Bob.
Anyway, yeah. But I wanted to bring this up. I do have another point to make here.
Okay.
What I find fascinating, because I did look for cryptid, like lesser known cryptids that people really did believe in.
Mm-hmm.
They are difficult to find. What you'll find a lot more of is stuff like this, stuff like the Hodag, where people will be like, oh yeah, this is fake. This is absolutely fake. But we
Yeah.
just like have fun with it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, what do you guys think is the difference between a cryptid that people believe in and a cryptid that like people just sort of have fun?
I don't think there's much of a difference, to be completely honest. I think I'm a firm believer that if enough people believe hard enough in something, even if it's just for funsies, that at some point it does become a real thing. Like, you know, it's even if, because like that's very real to a kid.
Yeah.
That's very real to a kid who's being pranked by
Yeah.
his scout troop. So even if it's not physically real, like that's very real in someone.
I think so. I think there's a ground zero for all of it.
Mm.
I think that, especially in the earlier times, we didn't have an explanation for certain things, so we labeled it ourselves, and then it played the game of telephone down the line. I mean, listen, Vlad the Impaler was a real guy. Was he a vampire? Was he Dracula, the vampire? Not necessarily,
Oh my goodness.
but it brought it down to Transylvania, his castle.
Yeah.
But, you know, was he a great guy? Absolutely not. He did a lot of bad things. I think that kind of works with all of the cryptids or things of the unexplained,
Mhm.
to where now we can explain it.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I think all of them, and even, you know, when this was made up and he was just going to try to pull one over, I'm sure that there was a creature of some kind that somebody saw something and just couldn't explain it, and he kind of took that from them and said, "I'm going
Ran
to
with
make
it.
this a thing." But now it's still a legacy that exists, right?
Yeah.
Well, and this is why I brought up the giant squid earlier, because for the longest time, the giant squid was another one of those cryptids until
I think
It was real.
There's a name for that.
until people
Kraken.
found one.
Not a kraken, but close.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so there I really do believe in like a spectrum, and I do believe that spectrum is also more to less likely that it exists.
Well-
If you look at something like the Tsuchinoko, which is just like a fat snake,
Mhm.
yeah, why not?
Sure.
Sure.
There's probably something like that out there.
God, yeah.
You even think, or if you think about something like, if you think about like a chupacabra, like, do I think that all of the stories about it like sucking blood or whatever are true? Probably not. But like, is there something down in Mexico that is smaller, but they hunt in packs
Mm.
and they can take down much bigger animals, almost like a land piranha?
Or like a hyena.
Yeah, why not? Like,
Yeah.
Well, sure. I mean, listen, not too long ago, there was a fish that came topside.
Yeah.
That was living so deep into the water
Mhm.
that we can't ever go down. It was prehistoric. It
Yeah.
wasn't a very big fish. It had Paranow teeth and this crazy thing that came off its head or whatever.
Mhm.
oh, the anglerfish.
The angler
Yeah.
fish, yeah. So listen, there's things we know more about our space than we do our oceans.
Yeah.
So I think that there's always going to be something. Now, is there a creature that's that far down that could wrap a squid that could wrap its tentacles around a giant ship. I don't know. I guess anything's possible, but then again, ships back in the day were smaller than what we really have today. But to them, it was a big. I don't know. I know that the stories make the tall tale makes it an exciting adventure for life.
Yeah.
And so, therefore, we're able to take data that we do know and say, well, yep, no, that's BS.
Yeah.
But we will still tell that story to our kids because that's the legacy it leaves.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and I think the other thing is that like a lot of these stem from like indigenous stories or like a lot of these stem from they're old. And so like I think something that people tend to forget is that animals go extinct and also new animals show up and then also go extinct.
True.
Yeah.
So like maybe the hodag was real at some point, and by the time that Gene took it and started putting a whole prank on this town, it had already been extinct. But
well, in like dinosaurs, new data always comes about to where they're saying dinosaurs
chickens are
actually
closely
probably
related to
had
T-Rex.
feathers versus being like lizard-like, more like birds.
Yeah.
You know?
Although, what always confused me about that is that, like, by the same token, crocodiles are believed to be sort of like, you know what? That actually doesn't make any sense. They're not descended from dinosaurs. They existed at the same time. Two things can exist at once, Tyler.
Yeah.
Point retracted.
Yeah.
Retracted.
Didn't it happen? You heard it. Cut it out, guys. Cut it from your brain. But yeah, I think most cryptid stories have like some legitimacy to it. So to answer your question of the town just having fun with it, I honestly think that a lot of those instances, those things did exist at some point. It just doesn't anymore.
Because we talk a lot about
or it's hidden, like Sasquatch.
About the paranormal being science that we haven't figured out
That's
yet.
correct.
And I think that cryptids exemplify that more than most, because I do think that we know so little about our world. I mean, we know more now, obviously, but we don't know everything. We don't even know most things. And so I find myself more willing to believe in stuff like this because, yeah, it absolutely tracks to me that, like, we don't know every single animal. I want to say that, like, I think I read somewhere that we only know like 25% of the species believed to be in the Amazon rainforest or something like that.
Yeah. Like,
there are places that we as human beings don't have mapped out. And why not? Maybe there is a frog dinosaur. It's probably not in Wisconsin, but maybe it's somewhere.
A frogosaur? Very, very possible.
Love a frogosaur.
We'll name it Norman.
Norman the frogosaur. Oh, I'm making that. There's going to be a stuffed animal on this next time. Yeah.
Well, both are good examples, right? You know, I'm a believer in things we haven't discovered yet. And then maybe have certain things have been seen or experienced, if it's paranormal from spirits, but is it energy, but is it fourth dimension, is it, you know, there's so many different things, so many theories, because typically if we knew the answers to life, I think we'd explode. I don't think our brains are meant to,
I don't think so.
Right? So, and we don't, as we're growing, we're a young species on this blueberry. We really are.
On this blueberry.
You know, and, you know, I'll ask the stats from my brainosaur over there. How much of the brain do we really use?
Around like 10.
All of it.
We do use all of our brain.
Just not all at once.
That's the 10% thing is a myth.
Is it?
We just don't use it all at once. Like we have certain parts of our brain that are flashing at different points.
Oh, okay. I'll show you what I know about the brain. So the evolution to man, if that was true, we're capped. We're capped. How much more can we grow? How much more can we evolve? You know, so I do believe that what some people might say mutated from animals to other things, just creating a different species. And that might look weird to us. That might not necessarily be Mothman.
I hope it's Mothman.
Well, it's totally true.
Yes, it
Shout
is.
out to Mothman.
I love you,
I just
Mothman.
want to put a shout out just in case.
I
We
love
don't think you're a terrorist.
Drew is
Um,
nodding his head.
Absolutely not in my head.
You know, I want to say I don't necessarily know if I agree with you.
Okay.
In terms of like us being capped, because like to me at least on some level, like what does that mean? Like in terms of like, because I do think that we have reached a limit in terms of like where we are as a species, where we are able to sort of take in new information. Like, is someone being able to operate a computer a form of evolution? Like, is
True.
someone being able to use tools and techniques to augment life a form of evolution? Like, it's not growing gills,
Yeah.
but it is a change in sort of how one lives their life.
Mm. I think once we start seeing physical differences in human bodies, that's when we can start saying that it's an evolutionary change. Yeah, and at that point, it's
So okay, so I understand what you're saying, T-Bone. And yes, I think you're right. As far as flesh, bone, and flesh and brain, that's where I'm going with on that. We're capped as an evolution. Yeah, we can evolve, we build, and we clone, and we do all these things that, listen, take my consciousness and put it in this robot. I'll be the first one to sign up for that. How long do you want to live? The thing is
would you sign up for that?
I think I would. Why not? Experience something cool like that, once in a lifetime deal. Just like if Atlas stopped and was like, we're going to take several back with us, but you had to leave. Would you leave your family to do it? Maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no. I think I would look at them and go.
So it's an experience, right? It's an experience that nobody else ever had, and
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be on the blueberry forever, though. To be honest with you, if I was able to, because I think you would absolutely go insane. Because even though your body evolves, your brain doesn't. If you're using 100% of it, after a while, that storage unit becomes full, and I'm already a lunatic. Listen, I got 12 people talking to me. 2 of them have accents. One of them doesn't even speak English. So, can you imagine 200-300 years from now how much more storage my brain would be holding and what it would be doing to me? I don't know. It would be an interesting concept, I think. But I think you're right when it comes to evolution based on technology. Absolutely, we're the ones that created technology. Therefore, we can evolve. Interesting. Yeah. Do you guys have anything else?
The only thing I have left to say is, again, I love cryptozoology, and I do plan on taking a road trip where I'm just visiting all of the towns.
Ooh, film that.
Yeah, that's my point. That's gonna be a long time in the works.
Road trip. Do we just get an RV?
Yes.
Do we get an RV and make a road trip out of it?
First stop, we're coming to you, Mothman.
Expedition X.
West Virginia.
Expedition X.
I am so excited for my cryptozoology road trip. I've been planning that for years.
As I'm dropping gummies in everybody's coffee.
Oh my god, that is actually a crime.
Yeah, that is Mothman. I see Mothman.
You heard it here. Drew is committing crimes. What's new?
Yeah. Silly.
What's new? I think I've told you about the cryptozoology road trip too, actually.
Probably.
I probably have, yeah. But we'll leave it off there. I love you so much, Mothman. You got anything to add?
No. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for
It's a
listening.
calm version of T-Bone today.
Yeah, it is. Part of it is definitely because he is more on the believing side this time, and I'm not sitting here.
Is that what it is?
I know I'm not sitting here saying that the Smithsonian is covering up anything.
Yeah, like I said, this could just be biology. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
This is- Which
I love this stuff.
I really do think that this topic in particular is a more believable topic for a general audience.
Mm.
I genuinely. I think more people are like Tyler. I think it's more people are willing to believe it because it's just animals, and animals are weird.
Well, listen, folks, we want stories. If you have stories or have proof of something that you'd like to submit to us and see it on the show, feel free to send that to info@216creatorstudios.com. In the subject line, put stories of the Paranow. And we'd be happy to put that on the table and then have a conversation about it. Maybe even live stream that one. So if you want to chat in, you can. Until next time, guys, we appreciate the support. And then we're going to have some fun coming up in the near future. We got a few things. Any ideas about what's coming up?
We have, as I said earlier, we have some Japanese folklore coming up, some mythology, yokai, and the likes. So if you're interested in that or want to see something in particular, send a message over
I think
to
we're doing a trivia night too. Weren't
We are doing some
Trivia
trivia
night.
soon.
I'm still pushing for in Oscar month. I still want to do a Ghosts of Old Hollywood episode. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
We have some things plotted out. I think it's
Wizard
gonna.
of Oz ghost.
Oh
Yeah. I think it's gonna be the next couple of episodes are
like
gonna be really
like the
fun.
Twilight Zone one.
Oh yeah. There was always made mention of that. That's a good one. I like that. We're gonna have a lot of fun, guys. But until next time, submit your stories. Let us know what your thoughts are. Comment below. Click those links. And thank you to anybody and everybody that's out there that has been supporting us. Take care.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.